G'day. Let me introduce you to the wives and girlfriends of 15 of the current F1 drivers. Amongst this group you'll find models, influencers, TV reporters, students and 2 mums. And as is the case, there are some new inclusions and departures from this select group. And quickly, could you please check that you're subscribed to the channel? Many of you aren't, and I don't want you missing out on future videos. First up, there is intense interest in this topic. Every year, this is one of my top videos, normally with 1 million+ views. So let's get straight into it with Pierre Gasly's girlfriend, Francisca Gomes. Kika, a stylish Portuguese fashion model in her 20s. She started going out with Pierre in 2023 and is a live wire. Her dad's a professional driver. He's at a number of F1 races where he does hosting duties. This year, we've enjoyed Kika's company at the British, Spanish, Monaco, Imola and Australian Grands Prix. A classy dresser, socially brilliant and super popular on social media with 1 million followers. Kika is an integral part of Team Gasly. A newcomer this year is Lando Norris's girlfriend Margarida Corceiro. Like Kika, she too is from Portugal, a popular actress, a model, an influencer with 2.1 million Insta followers, and most of that following she had before she met Lando. I first met her in Monaco. I was standing with Lando's parents talking, and at some point Maggie popped up and said, "Hi, I'm Maggie." And I thought, "Oh, right, yes, I'm aware of you. I didn't know that you would be at this race. I didn't even really know what you looked like, but she has certainly turned out to be very popular at the track." The next time we spotted her, it was in Budapest, and I took this cracker of a picture of her as she entered the McLaren hospitality suite. During the summer break, the pair spent some time together in Ibiza, but her arrival on the scene has certainly enraged a section of Lando's fan base. I had to delete 100+ nasty comments on this post. Sadly, it's not uncommon for new girlfriends to cop such online abuse when they first enter the F1 arena. That was the case with Rebecca Donaldson. She copped plenty of it, but thankfully that's largely subsided. The Scottish model first popped up in Monaco 2023 when she attended that race. I got talking with her in front of the Red Bull Energy station and featured her in my Women of the Paddock post for that race. The pair weren't together then, but when she arrived at the US GP in Austin and Mexico later that year, as a guest of Carlos, things had definitely changed. I speak to her from time to time in the paddock and find her nothing but delightful. Carlos too appears to be very comfortable in the relationship now and was keen to show his feelings for my lens earlier this year in Jeddah. Carmen Montero Mundt often accompanies George Russell to the track. Carmen is Spanish, and while she was working in London, she moved to Monaco to be with George. She has some 650,000 followers on Insta, and like many of the women you will meet here today, is feted by brands keen to access their online audience. These women will often be greeted by 40 still cameras and 20 video cameras when they arrive in the paddock. They are indeed popular, and when the likes of People magazine, Us Weekly, or even Harper's Bazaar focus their attention on this group of 15, you know it's more than just motorsport fans who are interested in what jacket they have on, what shoes they're wearing, and even the brand of watch on their wrists. This results in all sorts of brand deals. And fair play to them, why shouldn't they monetize their popularity? That's exactly what the drivers are doing. 2-time World Drivers' Champion Fernando Alonso has been dating Spanish TV presenter Melissa Jimenez for a couple of years now. She's good fun, has 642,000 Insta followers, many of whom watch her on the DAZN network, and she'll often travel to and from races on board Fernando's private jet. Now, I've spoken with all of these women, even provided them with images from the paddock, and they're nice people. In my chats with a number of them, they're open about the fact that the intense media attention in the paddock is an eye-opener at first, but most quickly adjust to it and make it work for them. Although one girlfriend who keeps things low-key is Lily Zneimer. She's been with Oscar for some years now. He introduced me to her in the paddock at the Australian GP in 2022, back when he was an Alpine reserve driver. Last race, I met her sister, and not only do they look similar from a distance, they have exactly the same voices. It was uncanny. And did you pick up the Oscar character on her handbag last race? Lily has no interest in social media, choosing to keep her profile private. She's polite, quiet, classy, and graduated with a degree in engineering. She's keen to score a job in F1 too, and with her contacts, you'd think she'd be a fair chance. Oscar and Lily are a great couple, and if you're thinking, how much time do these drivers spend with their girlfriends or wives at the track? I can tell you it's very little. They have super busy schedules over their 4 days, and everything is planned down to the minute. Meet Charles Leclerc's girlfriend, Alexandra. I met her at his home race in Monaco in 2023. She's a model and an influencer. With the most followers of this group of 15, 2.5 million. It's fair to say she is a dream model for any fashion brand and makes quite an impact when she enters the track, often seen with the pair's miniature long-haired dachshund. And so far this year, we've seen her at 2/3 of the races: Hungary, Canada, Britain, Monaco, Imola, Miami, Jeddah, Bahrain, and Shanghai. Now, if you're watching this video on release, the information is up to date. But pretty much with every wives and girlfriends video I do, it dates, sometimes in just a few weeks. No doubt the busy, focused, non-stop lifestyle of an F1 driver makes it a real challenge to maintain relationships. These men have a very limited time to achieve their goal, that is a World Drivers' Championship, and their partners often have to play second fiddle. Speaking of World Championships, this man has won 4 of them, Max Verstappen. He's been in a relationship with Kelly Piquet, daughter of Nelson Piquet, for 5 years now. And this year, the pair had a daughter. Kelly has a sizable Instagram audience of 2 million followers, but has not been at a race this year. The last time she attended a track was last year in Abu Dhabi to celebrate Max's 4th World Drivers' Championship. Alex Albon met his girlfriend online, and they've been going out since 2019. This is Lily He, or Her, so my Chinese followers tell me. She's a pro golfer, born in Chengdu, China, grew up in Canada, and has 1.1 million followers on Insta. They are a terrific couple. Youthful, fun, often smiling for my lens, and not only does she support him at F1 races, he helps her out from time to time on the golf course. So when did the public become so enamoured with the wives and girlfriends? Drive to Survive probably kicked things off, introducing some of them to a worldwide audience, but these days it's very much social media. One of my biggest Instagram posts this year was this one, a picture of Maggie in Budapest. It reached 1.8 million people. And when I add a girlfriend or wife to a picture of a driver, that typically doubles or trebles the reach of that post. Let's meet one of the newcomers to this group. This is Eliska Babickova from the Czech Republic. She goes out with Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli and understands motorsport, being an avid go-karter. We first met her in Jeddah this year when Kimi put his arm around her as the pair arrived on quali day. This was a lovely moment. They met in 2023. She graduated from the American Academy in Prague and is clearly enjoying life in the paddock. She wanders up and down, often with Kimi's sister, and at Spa she brought her own brother along. I like her fashion, and clearly many of you do too. She has 130,000 followers on Instagram. While this video is called Wives and Girlfriends, there's actually only one wife involved, and this is her, Lithuanian beauty Eglė Hulkenberg, or Sonny for short. The pair were married in 2021, and in September of that year, they had their first child, Zneimer, who I can tell you is a very confident young woman. Eglė is the crochet girl. She even crocheted me this bucket hat. And in the early years when they were together in the paddock, it was very difficult to get a shot of the pair together. Nico would always walk apart or in front. But things have changed. Of course, being a driver's girlfriend or wife can open up a truly wonderful lifestyle. Flying private to glamorous race destinations, being showered with designer outfits, and mixing with the rich and famous all sounds too good to be true. It is true for Esteban Ocon's girlfriend, Flavy Barla. She's a French medical student and a past Miss Côte d'Azur winner. I first met her in 2023 at post-season testing in Abu Dhabi, and this year she's been to Monaco, Spain and Montreal. She has 255,000 followers on Instagram and recently shared pics of her enjoying the summer break with Esteban on the water. Before I get into the last 3 women in this group of 15, there are 4 drivers who I've never seen with a girlfriend, or boyfriend for that matter, at the track in my time. Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, Isaac Hadjar, and Franco Colapinto. And Lance Stroll hasn't been seen at the track with a young lady since he split with Mary Lou Bellinger last year. 3 to go, let's meet Alicia Torriani, girlfriend of Ollie Behrman. She accompanied Ollie and his family to the season opener in Melbourne, and like Lily Zneimer, Alicia has kept her Instagram page private, but she lives in Monaco and works at All Time as an account manager. This is a company founded by Charles Leclerc and his brother Lorenzo, along with her father, Anthony Stent Torriani. So Alicia has some quite solid F1 connections there. What I often see photographing at the track is groups of these wives and girlfriends gathering in the paddock, stopping for chats, dining together on the hospitality balconies. But where do they watch the race from? On TV, normally in the hospitality suites or from the garage. They have a paddock pass, yes, and that's provided by the team, but there are no grandstand seats out on the track for them to use. So typically they will see very little of the race, although after the race, if their driver is in the top 3, they do get access to Parc Fermé, and that's often where you'll see them on TV. Brazilian driver Gabriel Bortoleto is an F1 rookie, But that hasn't stopped him bringing his girlfriend Isabella Bernardini to the Australian, Miami, Monaco, Spanish, British, Belgium and Hungarian Grand Prix. She too is Brazilian and is currently studying computer science in the Netherlands. You might have spotted her in magazines after she attended the F1 the movie premiere in New York earlier this year, and she was on holidays with Gabrielle and Ibiza over the summer. And that brings us to the final girlfriend in this group, Hannah St. John, a model and content creator who goes out with New Zealander Liam Lawson. She lives between Newport Beach in the US and Monaco and is no slouch on the study front, having recently graduated from Arizona State University with a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science. You now know a little bit more about 15 of the F1 drivers' better halves. And before I go, this is how they rank on Instagram for those interested in who has the most social media clout. If you have a favourite, let me know in the comments, and please keep it positive. Thanks for watching and stay passionate. Let's go this side now.